Hi guys, so today I'm going to be filming a plan with me for the week of April 24th through the 30th. Very exciting week because we started watching The Lord of the Rings this week. This was my first time watching them in a very long time. I both watched the movies and read the books when I was a kid, far too young for me to actually remember now. So it was really fun getting to kind of rediscover everything that I loved about it while watching with my boyfriend, who was a huge fan, and his daughter, who it was her first time seeing it. So, of course, I had to use this amazing kit called Fellowship by SPC with amazing art by Kittenish Jess. She really captured everybody perfectly, and I'm very excited that I actually know the names of the characters now, and I can appreciate it so much more. And I also know like a lot of the items, like the lembas spread and the little leaves that like they used to close their cloaks that they were gifted by the elves. That's Eowyn, that's Arwen. Out of the two, I definitely prefer Arwen. I think that's kind of the clear choice. And then we have the signposts with all the names of the places. Very, very cool and all encompassing. And we have the one ring, no admittance except on party business sign. And then Boromir's horn, and the happy 111th birthday. Very cool. So I love all of that. And, oh yeah, and that's the White Tree of Gondor. Let's see. And then, of course, there's the cake bigger. There's the actual book. And then this amazing double box scene of the Fellowship. Gandalf, Legolas, Aragorn, Boromir, Gimli, and then the four hobbits, Sam, Frodo, Merry, and Pippin. Love it so much. I feel like the only one that I would want to see probably in here, well, there's a lot that you could include, but probably Faramir would have been pretty cool to see. But I do, and Smeagol. I don't know why Gollum's not in here. I feel like he would be pretty hard to draw. But anyways, yeah, very excited to use this. So I am going with light gold with this because I have this foil bundle from ScribblePrintsCo, who's unfortunately no longer open, but she did put out this amazing Lord of the Rings foil bundle that I think was like a freebie for her closing sale, but I think it was kind of designed for this kit, so I absolutely had to use it for it. We have the overlays with a bunch of rings. Some really fun overlays on this page. I like how there's two double box scenes because I will need both of them. And the tall box overlay, of course, like it was pretty much made for this kit, so how to use it. Love these underlays with the Elvish script. I will have to pull in a couple extras because I usually use 18 typically. And then we have the headers and the date dots that are like Eye of Sauron themed, which is funny, and then the bottom washi with this quote, one ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. I love that quote. I love this little side strip as well. I need to figure out a way to use that. And of course this ring washi, and then some larger deco, and there's some I think mini deco on this page right here. So can't wait to use that. So because that is in light gold, I am just going with light gold for the rest of it. So I have my light gold basics printed out here, so I'll be just filling in everything else with that. And she also included some floating quotes. One of the first shops to do so, I believe. So I'll definitely see how many of these I can pull in. I have one more Lord of the Rings kit, so I might save some for the next one, but very obsessed with that. Cannot wait to lay everything down, and I will see you on the other side for the day by day. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and get into the day by day. Starting off on Monday, I marked sleeping in with my boyfriend with a sticker from Once More with Love. I also cooked us oatmeal for breakfast as a kind of special treat. Everybody loves my oatmeal. I usually do cinnamon raisin apple oatmeal, which is delicious. And I prefer to cook it from scratch instead of using like the little packets, because I don't know, they're way too sweet and just not as fresh. But I did use a sticker from the Coffee Monsters Co. kind of one of those little packets. I also did some more research on real estate investing that day. I mentioned in my last Plan With Me that I had kind of kickstarted my journey into that by reading the book Wealth Habits, and it kind of inspired me to get started on actually researching it. My boyfriend has been wanting to do it for a very long time, for years, and I just didn't see the need to, or didn't think we could. But after starting to research it, I realized that it was definitely a possibility for us and something I definitely wanted to do to kind of help us out financially. And also, it's coming up upon our 1 year of being in this apartment, and instead of renewing our lease, we wanted to find our own place because of the flexibility with that. And so we are currently looking. But yeah, I marked that research with a sticker from Once More with Love. And then I also called my parents, probably to talk about that a little bit. That sticker is from Sticky Perks. After that, I did some pre-planning. That sticker is, I believe, from ScribblePrintsCo. I also did some paper testing. I had gotten paper samples from another sticker paper company. There's 2 main ones. So I got samples from the other one just to make sure that I didn't like them more. And yeah, they're really no different than the current company that I use, so I'm just going to stick with them. But yeah, I just wanted to test that out with the printer that I had. And that sticker is from Crafty Planner Co. And then I marked us watching Lord of the Rings with a little Aragorn vanilla sticker from Papershire. Very cute. And yes, definitely enjoyed the Fellowship of the Ring. So going into Tuesday, I marked that I woke up early because I had a dentist appointment. That sticker is from Once More with Love. And then the dentist one is from Stick With The Plan Co. I actually got my wisdom tooth extracted finally. It has been basically disintegrating out of my mouth for a very long time, so I basically just had them extract what was left of it, which wasn't very much. The procedure took literally 5 seconds. It was insane. They made me wait 80 minutes first, and then when I finally got in the chair and the dentist came over, he numbed me, waited another 10 minutes just to be safe, and then just literally reached in and then pulled out the tooth in 5 seconds without me even feeling anything. And I was just wow, really, that easy? And he made me wait so long. Thanks for that. But yeah, I was glad that was finally out, because it was really annoying eating food and then randomly finding bits of tooth in it. So glad that was no longer an issue. And then after that, I was not feeling too well. My mouth was really sore and everything, so I did have a little nap. And then I did some printing and cutting, did some work. That sticker's from Once More with Love. I also got my Amazon delivery, which was it was something else, and then it was a book that I then took to read by the pool while my boyfriend and his daughter went swimming. That Amazon box is from, I think that's from Simply a Mess. And then the Reading by the Pool sticker is from Pumpkin Paper Co. It's very perfect for that kind of occasion. And then I let them swim a little bit longer, and then I came back in to start cooking dinner, which I made a beef stroganoff for everybody. So delicious. That sticker is also from Pumpkin Paper Co. And I also got a new printer that day, because the one I had used before was an HP OfficeJet, which is, it was good for everything I was using it for before. I was even able to print on premium matte pretty well with it. but it just, like, it wasn't working for glossy anymore. It just, even with brand new ink, like genuine ink, it still was terrible quality. Not like terrible. I mean, you may have seen in my hauls when I did printable kits, like they sufficed a little bit, but it definitely was getting worse over time. And compared to like actual kits from other shops, it just wasn't cutting it. So I did switch to a Canon printer, which is definitely working a lot better. It did take a while to like figure out the correct settings, but it is working a lot better. Well, actually, it was a lot easier for glossy, but premium matte, getting those settings right was a little bit harder. But I did figure it out, thankfully. So yeah, I was glad that worked out. That stickers from Fox and Cactus of the printer, and then I also filmed the base of my plan with me. That is from the Coffee Monsters Co. So going into Wednesday, I marked once again sleeping in with my boyfriend. That stickers from Whimsy. I washed my hair that day. That is from Stick with the Plan Co. And then I also did some business bookkeeping, which I try to do every Wednesday. I actually haven't done it for this week. I am slack-a-lackin'. But yeah, I used a little piggy bank from Beneva Creations for that. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the next section while I am catching up in the day by day. So the next thing I marked was that it was the start of ScribblePrintsCo's anniversary sale. I think it's her 9-year anniversary this year. So I definitely wanted to shop a little bit for that. I'm like very eager to see what the like pot mystery was, because I did pick it up. I picked up a bunch of multicolor mostly, which is what I wanted. I need a lot of the movie marquees. And I want hers specifically because I made overlays specifically for those. So I just needed more of those. So I did purchase a lot of those multicolor, and yeah, and then I picked up the pot mystery. So very eager to see what that is. I'm like debating if her reveal video goes up before I get it. Do I want to watch that? Probably. I can't wait. Like, I would want to watch that and find out what it is. So I feel like it's going to be something I like, because I'm just obsessed with like any pop culture pretty much, but we'll see. I did notice that she did say she is going to continue doing the rest of her like pop culture kits that she already has like designed. She's going to do those as mysteries because it quote unquote went over so well, which I don't know. I definitely disagree with doing that as a mystery. She said she's going to do like some more hints so we kind of know what it is. They better be better than the last hints, because the last hints were not good enough. So I don't know. I don't like that, but I mean, you know, she only has like 12 more to release or something, and then we'll be done with that nonsense. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I don't care, even if like she releases it and then, I mean, like, she better start keeping it in shop after people like do the reveals of what it actually is, so that I can like go and pick it up once I already know from other people. Like, hopefully that's gonna be how it is, because otherwise, like, that's gonna be a problem if I like lose my chance to get it completely while it's a mystery. Ugh. Yeah, there's a lot wrong with that. Anyways, now I'm behind again. So I placed an order for that. That's from Papershire. I paid off my credit cards. That is from SPC. Called my dad. That's from Stick with the Plan Co. Did some pre-planning and worked out. I did a bike workout, which is why I used the little sneakers. Both that and the planner are from SPC. I really only wear my sneakers when I do the bike. I don't really wear them for like lifting weights. I don't know. I just don't like need to, I guess. And then I marked a reading. That stickers from Pumpkin Paper Co. I read the book that I had gotten from Amazon the previous day, which was Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which was another one that's like very highly recommended for, I don't know, people who get into real estate investing, I guess, even though it's not really about real estate investing. It's just about like changing your money mindset, kind of. I don't know. Or like for people who have a business, that's also like a very recommended book, which I didn't read it before I had a business. I read like a few of the other highly recommended books, but I don't know. I felt like it was about time for me to read that. I have been taking a break from it. I read like the first chapter and then switched to more real estate books specifically. But I'll get back to it at some point. Anyways, Thursday, marked sleeping in. They sticker from the Coffee Monsters Co. My boyfriend had already gone back to work at this point. He went back on Wednesday. I also marked coffee just because I had room to do so. That sticker is from Happy Daya. And I did a voiceover for the Plan With Me. That is from, I think, Crafty Planner Co. again. And next I marked that I cut some sticker sheets that I guess I had printed another day. I just marked cutting them. I don't know. And then I marked pulling stickers for the next Plan With Me. That was from, both of those stickers are from Sweet Ava's paper. And then I marked actually filming that Plan With Me, and that film clapper is from Hazel Sticker. I think the sheets that I cut were like the foil sheets I used for that Plan With Me, most likely. I had printed them out the previous day. And then that evening I had a cereal treat. I think I finished up my Fruity Pebbles that evening, which was very sad because it's my favorite cereal and I keep like forgetting to rebuy it. So, and then I had the Fruity Pebbles like wax melt going, and it was torture because I did not have any Fruity Pebbles to actually eat, and I was just tantalized by the smell of it all day for several days. So very sad. I need to remember to put that on my grocery list, honestly. Like, I don't eat it that often, but when I want it, I want it. It's very sad when I don't have it. So that sticker is, I think, from Sugar Pop Fizz, if I remember correctly. And then I also marked doing more real estate research. That sticker is from the Coffee Monsters Co. And then I marked reading a real estate investing book that I had purchased, an ebook, I think. And that sticker is from Happy Daya. And that book was like basically the Bible on real estate investing. So it was like an overview of like all the different moving parts about it. It kind of went into some detail, but it was definitely good to like get an idea of like all the different ways and types you can do it. And the way that we kind of settled on at first was house hacking, which is essentially where you like buy a house that you live in part of and then part of you rent out, and that can take the form of like many different ways. Essentially, like you can either rent out rooms in your house, or like you can convert the garage and rent out that. You can buy a duplex where there's like 2 units next to each other and live in one and rent out the other. Or you could have a main house and then have an ADU, which is like a little suite, or even sometimes just a separate unit like in the back of it. And that can be like any number of bedrooms, and it could have a kitchen or not. If it doesn't, it's like a mother-in-law suite kind of. There's like many different ways you can do it. But we've been looking at a lot of opportunities. We were looking at duplexes at first, but that seems like a bit expensive for like what we are currently able to do. So we've been looking for like more ADU options, and we found a property that we really like that has like, it's quote unquote an ADU, but it's really like a little miniature house that's like right behind like the main house, but like kind of on the same lot. I don't know. They're like separated by the whole backyard for the main house. So it literally seems like 2 houses that just happen to be on the same lot. So, I mean, it seems like a great idea. The main house is like kind of small, but like we'd only be living in this for a little bit before we find like a proper house for us, and then we'd rent out the entire like property. So it seems like it would work, and the ADU is already like occupied. They're kind of paying a little bit cheaper rent, so we could just like, you know, kick them out for a bit and then renovate it and bring the rent up and go about it that way. But we do like the fact that there's already like rent coming in, like automatically we wouldn't have to find a renter for it. So it seems like the best option. So that's the one we're kind of going for. We just need to hear back from our lender. Anyways, so that's kind of like an up-to-date summary of that situation. You'll kind of see the rest of the journey getting to that point in the Plan With Me's. But on Saturday, we actually looked for some houses that we might be interested in. That sticker is from Sweet Ava's paper. And then I did work. I did printing and cutting and foiling. That first sticker of the cameo is from Pumpkin Paper Co., which I used a lot in this spread, surprisingly. And then the Minkus, of course, from Happy Daya. And then I unfortunately had a really bad asthma that day, so I marked that with a newer sticker that I got from Papershire. And I did call my boyfriend, which is something I do pretty much every day when he is at work in the city, but I only mark it when I have room. That sticker is from Joy of Planning. And then I just marked that we were having mosquito issues, which honestly is never ending, but like I was just noticing a lot more of them than usual. So had to mark that because I have a lot of like sticker sheets related to mosquitoes. So I used that one from the Coffee Monsters Co. And then going into Sunday, I marked Sleeping In with a sticker from Apple Blossom Prints that kind of fits the color scheme. I did some more printing and cutting. That is from Crafty Planner Co. Foiling, that's from Papershire. And then packing orders, that is from Carly Plans. I still need like way more of those because I don't have nearly enough of those like little label printers. And let's see, I'll just skip ahead in case another story comes up, but I did mark Calling My Boyfriend again with a Papershire sticker, just because I have a lot of like surprisingly large phone stickers. I like always have to mark it really big just to use those. And then we looked into more houses. My boyfriend, it's like his hobby. He's obsessed with just like looking at houses, just always. I mean, okay, so I know I said that he was into like the whole real estate journey like way before I was, and he has like a friend who's like already doing it and is kind of like was kind of like giving us guidance on it, but yeah, even before like I was on board and like we were serious about it, like his like one of his hobbies, if he had any extra time, would be just to like scroll on Zillow on his phone and just look at properties just for fun. I was like, oh my god, why would you do this before we're ready? Because like the way I am, I would just like see every single one and be like, okay, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one. Like it's kind of torture because like we weren't ready and we wouldn't, you know, at that point we wouldn't be ready to like pull the trigger on any of them, but I would be like, I want that one, and then it would get emotionally attached to it, and I would be really sad when like it wasn't on the market anymore when we were ready to buy. So like I can't do that kind of thing, but like he freaking loves looking at houses. So yep, he definitely did a lot of that. I just used like a teacher sticker from Whimsy because it was in my like studying section, which is where I grabbed a lot of the stickers from to mark like researching. I should have used a house sticker. I am kicking myself for that because I have a ton of house stickers that I never ever use for anything. So should have, could have, would have. Oh, and then after that I marked Arguing with Aurora, his daughter, because she was just like giving me all kinds of attitude that night. Like usually she does what I say. I've gotten her to the point where like she does like respect my authority for the most part, and like, you know, I let her know like these are the things you can do and can't do, and like if you break these rules there's going to be punishments, and she like mostly accepts it at this point. But like this one she was like really pushing back on, and she was like trying to bargain with me and all kinds of stuff, and I was just like, no, you know, you can't do that. Like, that's not okay. And she was like telling me to calm down and all that. And I was like, bro, I'm the, like, quote unquote parent, like the guardian, and you're the kid. Like, you can't, you know, you don't tell your guardian to like she was telling it to me like I was, I don't know, a naughty toddler or something. Like, it was just her tone of voice. It was just like, no, you cannot talk to like your parental figure that way. Like, that's not how this works. So I don't know. Things got heated that night. And I talked to my mom later, and she said, oh, it's, you know, it's not because she doesn't respect you, it's because she's a teenager, like, almost, and, like, this is what they do. And I'm like, she's 11, she's literally not even, like, a teenager. She still, like, is afraid of the dark and, like, cannot sleep at night without, like, several different forms of light, and she gets scared at her own shadow. I was like, how am I supposed to believe this is a teenager? But I don't know, it's just what my mom said, that, like, that's just how they start to act. So, I don't know, we're in for a rough time of it, I feel like. But I think I'm especially equipped to handle that because I was her when I was her age. I was 100% like her personality, like, you know, trying to get away with as much as you possibly can, and like trying to break the rules every time you think you can get away with it, and, you know, fighting back against punishments and all that. Like, I was definitely that kind of way, so I can understand it, and I think I am better equipped to handle it than most people, especially her dad, who's like way too lenient. Like, no. So we're still trying to like figure out our dynamic, but like I said, I think we've gotten to the point where she does like respect me for the most part, and respect like the decisions that I make in regards to like raising her. So yep, anyway, that was a fun night. So that sticker's from Happy Daya. I also put together some more oops bags that night. That sticker is from ScribblePrintsCo. I guess I made a smoothie I don't really know why I had a smoothie because I didn't work out, or I didn't mark working out. I feel like I did work out and I just forgot to mark it for some reason, because I pretty much always work out on Sunday. So who even knows, but I'm just going to assume it was a bike workout. Anyways, that sticker is from CloseuPs to represent the smoothie. And then I also marked my boyfriend coming home with a sticker from Happy Daya. So that is the week, and oh my gosh, this spread is like one of the prettiest spreads ever. I love the art so much. The color scheme is just like perfect. It's literally anything I could want from a Lord of the Rings kit. Although I definitely feel like there are more opportunities to do more with Lord of the Rings. Like there's a lot of characters that were like not necessarily present here that we could work with. Like I think I mentioned Faramir in the intro, but like also, you know, Theoden, Denethor, the Ents, Saruman, even Sauron's not really here. So, and of course Smeagol, the orcs, like there's a ton that are not in here. And I personally just really want a kit to represent the Hobbit specifically in those movies. So I feel like there's a lot more that you could do. So I'm kind of like adding that to my little list of custom art to commission. But as far as like just the generic Lord of the Rings kit, this is really checking all my boxes. It's perfect, just everything I could have dreamed of, and I love it. And I love the specific foil over it. Like it's perfect, and the light gold color is definitely the right one. So love the spread, completely obsessed with it. Love how it turned out. I wasn't able to pull in as much of the larger foil deco as I would have wanted, just because it was like too large and the deco was already quite large. But I did include some of it. I included Bilbo, Smeagol, and an Ent in the top. And oh yeah, I also fit Legolas in the phone on Monday, so I was kind of a little bit sneaky there. But yeah, love that. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and share, that would be amazing. And I will see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.